not a good evening. Democracy! Because I'm pretty sure that fixes everything. So let's get started. Our first guest is Austria. Hey there, Austria. How you doing? That's nice. Okay.
I didn't say anything.
So Austria, we have someone special here for you to see.
Oh, is it Germany?
No! It's your best friend, Serbia! Hey Serbia, you looking mighty fine today.
Why, thank you, America. Evening, Austria. Serbia.
So the first game that we're going to play is a very famous game. Most people have played this game. Do you guys know how to play Pokemon Battle?
Well, I will let you know that I am very good at playing this game. I used to play it with my little cousin Germany when we were little.
Well, yes, it's child's play. Okay then, let's play!
I choose you, Franz Ferdinand! I choose you, Princess! What? Use assassination, Princess! Stand up, my children! Rise up in defense of Motherland! Cameraman, hold my cravat! What are you doing, Austria? It wasn't my fault that your heir was murdered. It was some random person who happened to be Serbian.
Alright, so I thought we'd play a little game called What Wars? Okay, it's really simple right now. You're each going to take a card from the top of the deck. If you get the same number, you take 3 cards. Face down, then flip the 4th. Ready?
We enter this war only where we are forced into it, because there are no other means of defending our rights. Good luck, Serbia.
Can't you feel the load tonight, folks? Okay, begin! War!
It's okay. I just kind of... I demand a free throw. Sure, go ahead. Right here. Then automatic free. What? No, come on, Austria. Your refusal to comply to my terms has left me no choice. This means war. Germany! This is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. This is absurd. Did you see that? Did you see this? I'm calling Russia.
Well, I guess we will go to the next segment then.
So for our next guest, we have the one, the only, the greatest man Germany has ever known, Paul Baumer. How are you today, Paul?
Addressing America. America. How about yourself?
Well, I'm better than Germany since we only had 261,000 casualties, unlike you guys with over 7 million. So, Paul, I hear that you're currently shooting a new movie. Would you care to tell us about it?
Sure, well, it's a documentary about World War I starring myself and a few other countries.
Do you happen to have a little sneak peek for us, Paul?
Yes, actually. It's right here. Coming.
They'll need every good man, Mr. Kirkland. Wow, that was an eye-opener. What was that film called?
It's called All Quiet on the Western Front.
I didn't know those guys could act.
They don't have to act. All these experiences are integrated into their memories.
Was that really what the front was like?
Yes, it was. The front was like a slaughterhouse, and you're the animal that is sent there by the farmers? No. The wisest were just the poor and simple people. They knew the war to be misfortune, whereas those who were better off and should have been able to see more clearly what the consequences would be were besides themselves with joy.
Did you truly believe in what your country was doing was correct?
People really think entering the war was a good idea after the president's speech?
Well...
Let me tell you this. A word of command has made these silent figures our enemies. A word of command might have transformed them into our friends.
I see. Do you think you can live a normal life now that everything is done?
How will we ever get used to one after this? That life we had before the war? Yeah. Those lives, they are the past and they belong to another world that is gone from us. One of my war buddies said once, give them all the same grub and all the same pay and the war will be over and done in a day. 2 years of shells and bombs. A man won't peel that off as easy as a sock.
Interesting notion your comrade has.
You've no idea. Being lured in with pleading voices. Won't you join us, comrades, being promised the glorious title of Iron Youth for joining and facing total shame if we didn't?
But you still joined?
Well, we loved our country just as much as they did, but we'd seen the truth, and that's why we're here.
That's deep, Paul. Well, when will this intense movie of yours be coming out?
It'll be out February 31st. At a theater.
So before we have our next guest, I'd like to make some thank you cards. Are you guys okay with that? To Gavrilo Princip. Thank you, Princip, for choosing to assassinate the heir to the throne of one of the most powerful and easily provoked empires of your time. I bet you that seemed like a wonderful idea. I hope you weren't drunk. To England, France, and Italy, aka the Allied powers. Thank you for being so hell-bent on humiliating Germany that you completely ruined my 14-point proposal in peace. To my wonderful Senate, thank you for vetoing my proposal on the League of Nations. I'm sure we will no longer be involved in Europe affairs from this day on. To the Allied powers again, thank you for outvoting me over the war guilt clause. It was totally all Germany's fault. Yeah, that's totally not going to start another war. Yeah, that's definitely not. To the American people, thank you for agreeing with your president after his speech. It got us involved in a war that we didn't want to be in the first place. But it made us look like a hero of the war. So I guess it doesn't really necessarily matter. And now to our next guest. Our next guest is Communist Russia. Hey man, how you doing? What?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing well, comrade, thank you.
Oh, that's great, man. You know, I just thought since, you've been having a few problems since World War II ended, like communism and stuff.
No, it's fine. Everybody shares now, so we'll benefit.
Really, because last time I checked, that got you nowhere.
Those greedy pigs serve their country well.
Guys, could you not argue on national television?
Korea? Well, anyway, communism doesn't believe in the strength and the freedom of individuals.
Democracy says that humans can take care of themselves despite their obvious stupidity.
Communism limits the freedom of the people. You could get arrested with just the whisper of a complaint. You can't even think for yourselves.
Democracy relies on the government to defend their freedom. What happened to the strength of the individual?
Yeah, well, communism uses violence to solve problems.
As opposed to rolling over on your bellies like doormats?
46 years later.
Communism says that everyone's divided and war